And now we'll go to the concrete. And we will open this series of concrete textures. And we will drag them into the canvas. Alright. Let's zoom in a little bit. And we will go ahead and place these around. And let's go ahead and make a folder. And let's see, it would be nice to get some color separation near the bottom, and also could be nice to have little pebbles near the middle where there's a lot of blank space. Put this around here, should look pretty neat. Once we get these in place, we'll go ahead and start masking them out. This one's pretty nice. It has some nice color breakup. Alright, now we have thrown around, we can think about how to blend these together. Just get our brush pretty big and just start blending them by placing a mask and then painting out the areas you don't like. I kind of like this pebble here in the middle. I'll bring some of that in here. So I was accidentally painting on the wrong layer there. You need to always make sure you're painting on the mask instead of the layer. You should actually be painting on the diffuse, which is very destructive. Alright. Couple more. That looks pretty good. And this one over here. Kind of liked how it was hitting this over here, so I'll leave it. One thing I'm going to want to add as I go is I like the exposed areas of the concrete to be a little bit brighter, and also we need to remove the fence, or we could put the fence on top. So we'll go ahead and make a new layer, name it metal, and we can bring in that metal texture we've been using, which is this one. So put it in here, and we will go ahead and hide so we can get our diffuse, and we'll just select all our metals. Then we'll go to the metal and add the mask. We'll turn everything back on, and we need to see where it is, so we just put it around here, fill it down a little bit, go ahead and levels it a little bit, and we'll turn it back on. You can see we get the metal in there, and concrete is getting a little overboard, getting on the rebar and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and select just the concrete, and we'll go ahead and mask that one off as well. Alright, and this looks like it'd be an interesting base. Let's go see what that looks like. So let's select concrete diffuse, go over here, and bring up the generic browser, concrete, fire compression, re-import. So you can see here our results so far. So it's a good start. It's a little blurry there. You have to check that out. I like the fence shining a little bit. I don't like how it's shiny rock, but we will add a spec map soon enough. So let's go ahead and levels our concrete just to see if it needs it. Yeah, it may need a little bit. So let's go ahead and brighten up a little bit and darken it. So you can see just how much more contrast that added. And also, it could be a good idea to sharpen this texture a little bit. but it's a little hard to do when they're all separated like this. So you may have to go individually. So let's see. Just try one first. We probably should have sharpened it before copying it around, but I didn't think about it. Yeah, I could probably use a little bit. So just go through each one and hit Control F on the diffuse level. So let's click Concrete Diffuse, go back, re-import it, and better. It's very gritty. I like it. Still overall looks a little dark, but one thing is I could take this middle one and just kind of brighten it up a little bit. And also I'll bring in my favorite grunge texture, drag it into the scene, go ahead and close it, and set it to multiply. And I will hit Control T to move it. I want to give something coming up from the bottom, so I'll go ahead and put it here, but it needs to curve with it. So one cool feature in Photoshop is you can warp. This warp just lets you grab points and bring them around. So I'll just kind of let it follow the surface like that. And we'll go ahead and bring this up some. So it looks pretty good. And we'll put a mask on there, and you may want to mask a little bit out here and there. All right. So we'll hit save. Check it out one more time. So you can see how it added. It's hard to tell without the before and after, but it's definitely there. And that's decent for first pass. And let's go ahead and move quickly on to the next ones.